per possession. Both teams prefer to initiate with the ball screen, and the problem with this can be stagnant offense. 3 of the 5 players barely move at all, and all OKC gets is a pick and pop miss from a long 2. The Spurs add much more motion to their set as Bonner sets a pin down for Kawhi out of the corner. Duncan, who screened the ball, then sets another screen for Kawhi before Bonner uses the Duncan screen to initiate pinch post action. We get some weave across the top as everyone is moving in unison until Danny Green can drive hard to the rim, force Duncan's man to help, which allows Duncan to tip the ball in. OKC does a double ball screen. Reggie chooses to go right, and you'll see that same action Bonner did for Green with Carlson and Fisher. The offense stalls out a bit with some random pick and roll action until Reggie tries to take a tough 12-foot fadeaway. My favorite way to start this set is with a high post entry pass, and Tony Parker feeds Diaw, gets a brush screen, then goes to set a weak side screen for Kawhi in the corner. Then you get one of my favorite actions, a pin down into dribble pitch with Duncan and Manu. However, on the kick out to Diaw, he steps out of bounds. The Thunder use the high post entry pass to the right, and Reggie goes to the strong side to screen in the corner. Notice how there is zero movement on the weak side. However, Patty Mills commits the foul, interrupting the play. And the last play to the right side is a pick and roll, but Kawhi does a great job forcing Russ away from the first screen. While the movement is a bit lethargic, Russ finds an opening and throws a pretty inaccurate pass across court, but Reggie is able to adjust and knock down the 3. Now, let's look at the left side, where both teams fared even better than the right. The Spurs run the Parker-Bonner screen as a diversion to allow Duncan to come across and flare screen for Bonner, who pops open for a wide open 3 that bounces wide right. The Thunder run similar action, but Perkins cuts low instead of flare screening for Ibaka, who knocks down the pick and pop for a long 2. On a double ball screen, Parker goes left, and instead of flare screening for Diaw, Duncan sets a second screen on the ball. Parker attacks and collapses the defense. There's the kick out the Spurs stressed all game long, and when Perkins rushes out, Duncan is all by himself for the layup. You can see the differences between how OKC and San Antonio run this set, and it's not subtle. On this left side screen and roll, the other 3 players are virtually frozen in place. However, Bonner foolishly helps one pass away, then fouls the 3-point shooter. On the rebound of the missed free throw, Ibaka was forced to guard Green, and when the Spurs break into horns, Diaw immediately sees that mismatch. With the screen and roll, the Spurs force the Thunder into mismatches, and while the offense bogs down, they keep moving and cutting till Green flashes open from deep. OKC gets better movement on the pick and pop into dribble pitch for a decent look, but Lamb can't knock it down. And this took a second to shape up into horns, but I like the double staggered ball screen across the top as it drew both big men to the ball, and Manu fires a perfect pass to the rolling Duncan, who gets and hits 2 free throws.